Man, I've done this video like a few times now because I keep forgetting shit. I keep editing shit. It's annoying the crap out of me because I'm bored, and this is the reason for this video. I kind of want to resurface on the idea of Creation Club mods because they're considered canon, or they're considered, you know, part of the lore. Like the flintlock pistol is now part of Skyrim. I'm never going to use it, but it's now officially part of Skyrim's lore. Dwemer and their crazy technologies, I think. And I want to talk about quest ideas and things like from ESO, because Microsoft now owns ZeniMax, they now own Bethesda Softworks. They're the dudes that own the shit. I mean, I would love to see ESO armors added into Skyrim. That shit, those things are beautiful. Like, no one really wants, like, I don't know. I would love to see those things, because there's a lot of them there. Like, you've got the ESO armor packs, you've got the ESO weapons, and you've got things like the ESO like horses and stuff like that. That shit would be wild, man. Adding those horse armors or some sort of saddle system to the game, because I'm pretty sure you can. There's already a horse armor Creation Club stuff out there. I want to add the ESO ones over, but I would love to see that. But in a certain different way, because like I said in that previous video, I talked about Creation Club, the new like marketplace that came up. I would like to see quest mods, which are voiced and all that sort of stuff, which enhance stories that were abruptly cut off, like the Kilcreath Ruins, right? Pretty much the only use for it is to go there, get a word of power for the Dragonborn, and do Meridia's quest to get her sword, right? Because you'll always, like, I don't think anyone in Skyrim's ever walked across here without getting Meridia's beacon first. Like, you always find that before you come across these ruins. But you're here, you get the sword, you piss off, you never come back. And if you do, the temple down below still has that dark aura about it. Like, it doesn't feel cleansed. I would love a quest where, like, you get contacted by a priestess of Meridia to help her out, since you're the champion of Meridia, and you come in, they're getting attacked by Banners or Vigilance or Stendar, blah blah, and you either decide to help them, because you're like, oh, Meridia's a good, you know, she wasn't too bad, or you decide, nah, I just wanted the sword, man, I didn't fucking know your order about Meridia, and you kill them. But it'd be so cool to see this place covered with, like, tents and decorative things and shrines of Meridia, like custom 3D assets, where this place looks alive. You've got priestesses, you've got mortal warriors, like, you know, like Knights of Meridia, and you've got the Daedra, like the Orions over there, which I will get to really soon. And they're wearing ESO assets, like ESO armors that have been converted over to Skyrim that you can buy and stuff like that, and this place feels alive again. You've got worshippers, maybe even some market stalls to buy some unique assets and stuff like that, man. I would love that. And when you go back inside the temple, it's sort of got this dark aura about it, like a golden, beautiful, colourful scheme about it, where like the dead have been reburied, it's clean, like it's a Nordic ruin that looks clean, it doesn't look damaged. It looks like it was like a Nordic ruin built yesterday. And there's Meridia flags all over the place, there's whatever, man, like the place looks alive and you've helped them out, and there's people praying at the statue and stuff like that. It's kind of where the idea for this mod came in. Well, it's not really a mod, it's something I did in the creation kit for my story. And it's these guys right here. Right. Now, again, I do stories on YouTube, you don't watch them, and it's multiple character sort of stuff. When my Dragonborn comes here to learn this power, she will see these weirdly, you know, this weirdly shaped, gigantic woman here, and she'll walk up the stairs. She's not going to have a voice. I will change her voice to the female soldier, because that's actually a mute voice. And
need something?
Yeah, this is a female Orient. Now, in Elder Scrolls, you don't know what they actually look like. Every other race you pretty much do, because you get to see their faces in Elder Scrolls Online. These guys, you don't. And they're in Elder Scrolls Online. That's Elder Scrolls Online armor that was ported over by a mod. It's on the Nexus. If you go on Google though and you search out Meridian Knight armor, you will see images of this in Skyrim, and it'll take you to Nexus images, which will link you to the Discord. And so I thought to myself, man, wouldn't that be cool for, like, not this place to be empty when I get there? Like, it's actually got a worshipper there, and it's got a Daedra there that's guarding that worshipper, and you know, she won't talk. She's actually got a unique texture I gave her.
Me?
I'll show you real quick. I've got to go from behind because UT is not too friendly on the whole. As that's cheeks. As you can see, she's got this like weirdly golden pattern flowers around her and stuff, like kind of like she's got this cool sort of unique Daedric body. But no one ever knows what they look like, so I kind of went for like a angel-looking, you know, an angel-looking kind of
Make it quick.
character, because Meridia is like very colourful, very sunly, even though Daedra will shoot lightning for some reason. And
Yes.
she's kind of depicted as like an angel, so why doesn't her people kind of be depicted as like this bright-eyed, silver-haired,
Yes.
bright, pale-skinned, golden-skinned characters? So I kind of went with that for the Daedra look.
Make it quick.
Over here, you kind of look at her, you think, oh, yeah, just another ultimate priestess of Meridia, but she's not.
Make it quick. You want something from
I've
me?
been messing around with this chick for ages. I've like literally changed her from looking like an Altmar, made it a little bit taller, then I put her back to being an Altmar. I'm finally set, because the last one she had like silver hair and like blue eyes and pale skin. She looked way too much like a Thelma. But reality of it, she's actually an not an Altmar, an Ayleid. She's an Ayleid. And it makes a lot of sense because the Ayleids did worship Meridia, and maybe she was made immortal by Meridia, because I'm pretty sure they were once Ultima, so maybe she's still got that Ultima blood where she can live for thousands of years. And I gave her that humanoid kind of skin color because the Nords and the Imperials are what they are today because of the elven breeding, and maybe these humans got their skin color from the ancient elves. They got that sort of pale, beautiful human skin tone. I kind of made it a bit more yellow too, so it wasn't completely human. It's got a bit of a yellow tinge to it and stuff like that. I gave her yellow eyes, sort of yellow greenish eyes, mixed between. To kind of sell she's Ultima, because when Dragon Ball walks into here, she's going to see a high elf, and she's going to have no idea this is an actual Ayleid that's lived for thousands of years. It's been around since the first era. He's been going from shrine to shrine, and spreading the word of Meridia and helping temples and stuff like that. And she and her companion, they're here to aid Meridia fix this place, but they can't, and Meridia won't talk to her. Meridia has been silent to her for hundreds of years, and this person walks up the stairs, and all of a sudden Meridia's talking to this person. She's like, what the fuck? Why are you talking to him and not me? I've been here for ages, waiting for you to answer my prayers. And then she decides, yep, she's talked to you, she's given you a mission, go find a beacon, I'm coming with. And her companion comes with too, her Daedric companion. So that's kind of the idea I wanted to go with that one, and sort of enhance my story a bit, because I'm no quester, I'm no serious mod maker. I just work with what I've got, and this is the best that I got. This is a way to add 2 more unique companions to my story in Elder Scrolls Skyrim, an Ayleid that
Make it quick.
people are going to think is a high elf, and a rather tall-looking Daedra that will not talk. She'll look at you, but she won't talk, because the other these guys actually have a voice in Elder Scrolls Online either. So I'm going to change her voice to the female voice. Now, I want to say something, and I read this page, and I actually, I read this page, and I thought it was an Elder Scrolls Online Wikipedia, but it's called Elder Scrolls Sandbox, which is like a big, massive fan-made project where they just expand on everything. It's all bullshit, but it's got plenty of cool ideas. It's like anything in this game. We create our own stories, and they create their own stories. So they're not considered canon or lore. But there was a really interesting thing about that they wrote up the Orions. And it was amazing, man. Like, it made Meridia's whole hating the undead thing make so much more sense. Now, to me, why does Meridia hate the undead? She doesn't give a shit about human life. The Daedra don't care about mortals. They just don't. They don't give a crap. And that's because they're Daedra. They live forever. The only reason that we know she hates the undead is because it's magic from Morlock Ball. She hates Morlock Ball. Right? But there was this really cool thing that I read. Was that they look more human, and I was about to completely change everything before I realised it wasn't actually canon, but and they're just very tall-looking humans. Like, if you've ever seen a Daedra in Elder Scrolls Online, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Skyrim, whatever the game you played before, like Daggerfall and Arena, they have elven features. They have like an elven head and they have elven ears. All the Daedra do. They have a weird, whatever. They have elven features. But it was said that the Orions had a humanoid feature. They had round ears, and the really interesting thing about it, what I loved about that entire thing I read, was that they could reproduce with humans and with each other, and that kind of gave a lot more light to Meridia to why she hates the undead, because she's the only Daedra that has created a Daedric race that can reproduce. She's the only Daedra that can create life. Like, yes, you're creating the Daedra, they're somewhat alive, but proper creating life by reproducing. That was like the most rarest thing to the Daedra. Like, that was so amazing, and I hope one day Bethesda take that upon, because she has this entire angel thing about her, and so do her Daedra. That's the way, at least the way I made that one look. I made it look like somewhat like an angel, without the wings. And like, a Daedra that can create Daedra, that can reproduce with humans and with themselves, that would give so much more oomph to why she hates the undead, because she's the only Daedra that understands life. She's the only Daedra that's been able to. She's not even properly a Daedra. She's actually like a child of the Aedra. She's a creation of I think Mundus or something like that. So she's not formally a proper Daedric prince. She is, but she's kind of not. But she's the only Daedric prince, and maybe that's the reason why she could create life, because she's somewhat of an Aedra that has given the ability for Daedra to create life, and that's why she hates Malik Ball bringing back the dead, because it's an affront to what she stands for. It's an affront to what she can do, and that's create life. And I really like that idea, because that'd be amazing, man. Imagine meeting a Daedra that can reproduce. That shit's wild. Because they're pretty much created in the waters of oblivion. They come out, they serve you, they do what they're told, they die, they disappear, they go into the void, they get recreated in the waters of life, and they're back. They're not really alive. They are alive, but they're not born. But anyway, that's kind of the whole idea of this board video, that I wanted to show off a couple of things I've done with what can happen in the story, and just ideas of things I'd love to see from a modding team with bringing back places like this. Like, I imagine this place full of music and colourful lights and Maria worshippers and stuff like that, and there's no doubt many other things in Skyrim that could definitely use this. If you've got even ideas, like, I'd love to see what your ideas were for quests that you think abruptly are kind of useless once they're done, and ideas that you could see that we could bring back modders that would really enhance the idea of going forward for that quest line. Yeah, like, it just cut off, you never go back. What could you see for that quest and bring it back to life? And I do want to mention that there's kind of a mod for that. It's called Meridia's Order, at least for this place, but it is a mod. It's not considered canon or lore friendly or anything like that. It'd be really lovely to see that put on the creation with voice actors and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm gonna keep rambling if I don't piss off right now, and I hope you guys have had a good one. And if you've got any ideas for sort of, you know, quest expansions to useless or quests that are one and done, let me know in the comments, because it'd be interesting to hear what kind of ideas you guys got. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Peace.